So I travel the world all the time, but I like to read. If you're an avid reader and you go on vacation, you stack full a bunch of books into your suitcase and you're ready to go and you're hoping to leave those books at the different hotels as you go. That doesn't work for me. One, everything I own is in my suitcases. There's no chance I have extra space to stuff a book. And even if I did, the weight of that book is too precious. I need that weight displaced elsewhere. So the Kindle and e-readers are just the way to go for someone who lives an international lifestyle like I do. Don't get me wrong. I love the smell of a real book. I love the feel of the page. I love seeing how far I'm getting in the book, looking at the thickness and seeing, wow, I'm almost halfway through or three-quarters of the way through is a very different thing than I'm 48% through. Like, it's not as gratifying for sure. Not only can I take my books everywhere, but also books are expensive. And I don't know if you know about the Libby app or other library apps, but I'm here to tell you, game changer. Download the Libby app or any other library app that your library is associated. Well, let me back up. Do you have a library card? Because they're awesome. If you don't have a library card, go out and get one today, because not only do you get all sorts of free ebooks and audible books for free, now onto the actual Kindle device. I was a holdout. I like technology. I like it to be pretty. I want it to function well. I have an iPad Pro and I look at these things. These are not pretty. When you use it, it's kind of clunky. It's hard to get the right thing to select. I'm not impressed until I lived in Madeira, Portugal, a Portuguese island, and I was trying to read by the pool. And if anyone's tried to read on an iPad, they're fantastic until you go outside, and then they're crap. And it's so frustrating. And I'm looking around because there's other people reading, and they're reading on this paperweight, this Kindle Paperwhite. And I'm thinking they don't seem to be having trouble. So maybe I'm doing this wrong. And then my iPad would overheat. I'm cooking in the sun, this beautiful Madeiran sun, and my iPad cannot hack it. So I walked over to a couple of the people that were using one of these devices and I said, "Do you like that?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, love it." And I said, "Does it ever overheat?" Like, one of them had a big old bulky case on it. And I asked them if it overheated, and they said, "Oh no, it's never overheated." And then they said that the battery lasts like a week without charging. And I'm like, okay, so you can read it easily. There's no glare. The battery lasts like forever and it doesn't overheat. So all the function is there. Is the beauty there? It's almost like a book, so it's close enough. The part that's the ugliest is the actual book covers. So, and then it's kind of clunky when you go through your books. It just feels a little clunky. You're definitely not sliding through your iPad, and it's all black and white. But usually your memory remembers the color of the book and you can find it easily. So that's a pretty low drawback for something that is so easily approachable when it comes to actual reading. I ended up buying a Kindle Paperwhite from Portugal, which was no easy feat. I had to order it on Amazon from Spain, ship it to Portugal, because somehow in Portugal they had an exclusive deal with one of their Portuguese e-readers called Kobo. So this is what I would recommend using your Libby app. Save yourself some money and be able to do a lot more learning, a lot more reading. Try not to add additional devices because I have to lug it around everywhere. This one's worth it. So go get your library card and go get your Kindle Paperwhite if you read outside. If you don't read outside, not as big a deal. The library is for more than just browsing and smelling cool books. I'll do another video on all the cool things libraries have. Have a great day.